Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well. I'm here today to do a tag video. I saw this tag being done by Chloe from Always Booked and I really liked it and I thought I would give it a go. So I will leave all the questions down below in the description bar, or in the description box, but let's get started. So question 1, how many books are too many books in a series? That's really hard because sometimes there's one series that I have loved since I was a child and it's got 68 books in it, plus there are now fillers being written in it, and that's the Shalley School series by Eleanor and Brent Dyer, and I've really enjoyed them all, although yes, there are some books within the series that are not as good as the other ones. I think mostly, I think a lot of series nowadays are either trilogies or you have maybe sort of 6 or 7 in a trilogy. Debbie Maycomer with her Cedar Cove series had 12 and I really liked that. So I just think everybody's different and everybody thinks, oh, I only want so many in a series. I think as long as the writing is good and the stories still keep appealing to you and captivating you, that there can be any number really. How do you feel about question 2, how do you feel about cliffhangers? If it's in a series, then that's fine, yeah, and you know that the story is going to continue on and whatever the cliffhanger is will be resolved in the following book. That's great. If it's just a standalone with a cliffhanger, no, can't stand it. I need to know what's happening. I'm one of these readers, I always want to know what happens. Question 3, hard copy or paperback? I tend to go paperback. There are certain series, obviously, like as you can see here, my Temp Brennan series that are all mostly hardbacks because I just can't wait till they come out in paperback. But mostly I prefer paperbacks. Number 4, favourite book. Oh my goodness, that is so hard because there are so many great books that I have loved and I have enjoyed so much. Jane Eyre being one of them. Who else? I have loved so many Nora Roberts. I love her McGregor's series, especially The Christmas Brides. I think that is a superb book. Debbie Maycomer, one of my first that I read of hers was 20 Wishes, and I still absolutely adore that book. So there are just so many that I can't narrow it down. Number 5, least favourite book. Emma by Jane Austen. I cannot stand that book. I've tried to read it I think 4 times and I eventually read it with an adaptation, but just can't stand it. Love triangles, yes or no? If they're done well, yes, and if there's a very good reason for them, then yes, otherwise no. The most recent book you just finished would be Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, and I ordered the second one because I just enjoyed it so much. So that's the one I've just finished. A book you're currently reading, The Beach House by Sarah Morgan. I am lucky to be one of her UK review crew, so I get it early. I am probably now about halfway through it, and it's one of these books I'm just flying through because it's just so good. Last book you recommended to someone? I think Smooth Talking Texan by Catherine Garbera, which is the second book in the Rossies of Whiskey Creek series. I recommended that yesterday or a couple of days ago, I think, on Instagram. Really good book, thoroughly enjoyed the series, so there we go. Oldest book you've ever read, publication date? I would probably think something along the lines of Jane Eyre, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Little Women. I think are probably ones that are the older books that I have read. Don't ask me publication dates. I haven't a clue. Newest book you've read? It would be the Sarah Morgan because it's just been published this month. Favorite author? I don't have one. I have loads. Nora Roberts, Debbie Maycomer. Who else? James Herriot. Clive Cussler, Kathy Rice. There you go. There, Sarah Morgan. Jill Shalvis, Susan Mallory. There you go. Loads of people. Buying books or borrowing books? I tend to buy, not because I don't like libraries. I do like libraries, but where I live, the libraries here do not stock maybe the books I want to read, so it's like, no, I'll just buy my own copy, thank you. And also, if I buy it from somewhere like Better World Books, they put so much percent for every book you buy, they donate a book to a literary program, so I'm very happy to buy a second-hand book and have a book donated, very much so. A book you dislike that everyone else seemed to love. Let me think. Probably House of Blood and Bone by Sarah J Maas. I hated that book. I actually DNF'd that book. So probably that one. The Starlight Sea by the woman that wrote The Night Circus. Can't remember her name, sorry. Oh my word, that is so bad. Hold on, it's on the bookshelf, I shall go check. The author was Erin Morgenstein. So I loved The Night Circus, as I say, but didn't like The Starless Sea. Bookmarks or dog ears? Bookmarks. And I tried to, this is going to sound, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I like to try and match my bookmark colours to the book cover colours. Yeah, sad, I know, but never mind. A book you can always reread. Any Temp Brennan, any Debbie McComber, Nora Roberts, Rhiannon Thane, Clive Cussler, James Henry. I've got so many that I will just reread and reread. Can you read while hearing music? Yeah, as long as it's down low, not as if it's boom boom in your face. If it's really loud, no. But if it's sort of nice background music, say some classical music, or what I sometimes do is put on one of these ambience videos from YouTube that have crackling fires and coffee shop ambience and stuff like that. I really like those. That's quite nice to sort of sit and read with that going as well. One POV or multiple POVs? I quite like multiple, if I'm honest. I think it's quite nice to get different people's points of view and their perceptions within the story. I do quite like that. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? Depending on the book, it can be that I just sit and absolutely binge it through. But it just depends on also what I'm doing. It may take me multiple days to read it, but I really don't mind that. Sometimes it's quite nice, even if you're really enjoying a book, to actually eke it out a wee bit and read it over many days. Who do you tag? Here we go. Who do I tag? Anybody that hasn't done this book, that hasn't done this tag, and would like to. It'd be really nice to know people's answers. If you don't do videos but would like to answer, as I say, I will leave the questions in the description bar, please, and it would be really nice to to know your answers. But that's it for this tag, friends. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I say, I haven't done a tag video in a long time, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and until my next video, stay safe and happy reading. Bye.